Hello and welcome back to Football Daily, where today we're getting ready for the January window and looking at 10 players who might be making a switch before their contracts end. 10. Toby Alderweireld. After catching the eye of the Lily Whites whilst on loan at Southampton in 2015, the 29-year-old has proven himself as a stalwart in defence under Pochettino. He helped Spurs to second, their highest Premier League finish, and a points tally of 86 in the 16-17 season. That year they finished with the best defence in the league, only conceding 26 goals, then the lowest amount of any team since the 2008-9 season. Since then, Spurs haven't been able to keep up the same defensive performances. Alderweireld picked up a hamstring injury and missed 29 games the following campaign, more than he'd missed in his entire career up to that point. Spurs have tried to keep their man with an attractive £130,000 a week contract to fend off interest from a defensively weak Man United, but as the transfer window approaches, it looks more and more likely that Toby won't put pen to paper. There is a single lifeline for the Lilywhites though, a one-year extension that if activated triggers a £25 million release clause. And with the fact the CIES value him at around £22.9 million, this would be a very reasonable price for any top European club. 9. Alphonse Areola. Having spent his whole professional career at PSG, the 25-year-old keeper's time at his hometown club could be coming to an end. Areola has already shown himself to be a top-quality keeper with 2 league titles, 2 Coupe de France and 2 Coupe de la Ligue, and an Under-20 World Cup and a Senior World Cup to his name, becoming the first man to win the World Cup without a single cap since Franco Baresi in 1982. With the confusing signing of Gianluigi Buffon, Areola's had to share the responsibilities in between the posts once again, but is still showing his class with 5 clean sheets in 9 appearances, showing that although he is relatively young, he can still perform at a top European club. So much so that Chelsea were after him in the summer. According to Blues goalkeeping coach Christophe Lolichon, he, quote, wanted to come here but the final decision was not my responsibility, making the £71.6 million they paid for Kepa seem even more ridiculous, as Areola, a keeper who should realistically be starting for club and country, has allowed to run down his contract, making his CES valuation only €18.5 million at the start of the season. Baffling. 8. Declan Rice. 19-year-old Declan Rice has forced his way into West Ham's starting lineup, making 13 starts in the 18-19 campaign. The defensive midfielder has impressed at the London Stadium, averaging 5 tackles and interceptions per 90 as well as 2.2 clearances a game, for a side that at the time of writing have conceded 25 goals, 4 fewer than Man United. The youngster is contracted to West Ham until June 2019 and is currently stuck in contract talks over extending his stay in London. Only earning £4,000 a week compared to his teammates, the teenager is grossly underpaid. Keen for Rice to stay, the Irons are reportedly in discussions to offer him a better deal after the Chelsea Youth Academy graduate turned down a deal worth £15,000 a week plus appearance bonuses. According to The Guardian, his representatives have pushed for a basic wage of £30k a week. With current negotiations stalled, it seems their star DM could be heading for the exit. The CIES have valued the 19-year-old at around €26.1 million. But if he can carry on his current form, we expect that to soar by the time the season is over. 7. Diego Godin. Uruguay's skipper and most capped player is nearing the end of his contract at Atletico. The 32-year-old centre-back began his career in the Uruguayan leagues, impressing at Nacional and earning himself a move to Spain with Villarreal in 2007. Godin made 91 appearances in his first 3 seasons in La Liga, and was key to the side's second place in 2008, their highest ever league finish. But it's at Atletico under Diego Simeone's management where the South American has really thrived. Godin joined the club in 2010 for €8 million and quickly cemented his place in the first team. A consistent performer over the years, the reliable defender has made almost 500 appearances for Atleti, the most of any non-Spaniard in the club's history. He has been pivotal to the team's sturdy defence and played a huge role in securing Atletico their first La Liga title for 18 years. His decisive goal in the final match of the 13-14 campaign saw his team crowned champions. Simeone's defence let in just 18 goals that season, the fewest La Liga goals conceded since 1932. Godin has received legendary status at Atletico, but with his contract expiring in June 2019 and reported interest from AC Milan, the Uruguayan looks set to leave the Spanish capital. 6. Vincent Kompany. The Brussels-born centre-back is a huge fan favourite in Manchester, but with his contract nearing the end, the City faithful may soon be saying goodbye to their club captain. Kompany joined the Citizens from Hamburg in 2008, and didn't take long to establish himself as one of the league's best defenders. His solid performance as the back helped City win their first Premier League title in 2011-12, which Kompany was personally rewarded for with the Player of the Season prize. The 32-year-old has gone on to lift 2 more league trophies, an FA Cup and 3 League Cups. Although he featured heavily at the World Cup with Belgium, Kompany's appearances in a sky blue shirt are rapidly falling. In his first 5 seasons for the club, he made an impressive 206 appearances in all competitions. In the following 5, he made considerably less, with just 128. This is largely down to injuries. However, with the strong defensive options City now possess, competition for places is fierce, and he is no longer guaranteed a first-team spot. And so, with the Belgian's contract expiring in June, it seems likely that he'll be in for an emotional farewell this summer. 5. Olivier Giroud. Chelsea had a completely mental transfer window in January 2017. On the lookout for a striker, and seemingly a big one at that, they were linked with the likes of Peter Crouch and Ashley Barnes, before eventually signing Olivier Giroud on deadline day from London rivals Arsenal. Whilst not a regular goalscorer, the 32-year-old World Cup winner has made himself useful since then, scoring 8 goals in 33 games for the club in all competitions. Although not a guaranteed first choice, Giroud has still started 8 games this season at the time of writing, with 3 of those coming in the Europa League. He's made the most of those games though, scoring 4 goals, with only Salzburg's Munis Dabur and Eintracht's Luka Jovic netting more in the competition. And whilst he may be limited to just 1.6 shots per 90 domestically, he comes alive on the continent with 3.4 efforts per game. With Morata's future still uncertain and Giroud out of contract this summer, there is potential for a summer upheaval at Stamford Bridge. Keep an eye out. 4. Arjen Robben. As PSG continue to dominate French football, one of their key players' contracts is soon coming to an end. Arjen Rabiot joined the Ligue 1 Giants in 2010, following a short youth stint at Man City. He was thrown into the Parisians' first team under Carlo Ancelotti and immediately impressed. He scored his first league goal during a brief loan spell at French side Toulouse, and after returning to Paris, he established himself as a first-team regular. The 23-year-old was also featured for the French national team, making 6 appearances, although he caused controversy when he refused to be put on the reserve list by manager Didier Deschamps for the 2018 FIFA World Cup squad. Quite rightly criticised by many for his actions, Rabiot is focused on his football and is having one of his best seasons yet in a PSG shirt. At the time of writing, he has a 93% pass accuracy and is making 2.5 tackles per game, his highest numbers since joining the club. Rabiot has reportedly rejected multiple offers to extend his contract with the French champions, and with a host of clubs interested in his services and a CIS valuation of €27.2 million, PSG may be resigned to losing him in January. 3. Aaron Ramsey. When Unai Emery took over, it was revealed that Aaron Ramsey was a central part in the Spaniards' plans, with the meticulous manager seeing his skill set of a huge engine and movement in the final third key to his usual pressing game. But as the season has gone on, the Welshman has become more and more of a peripheral figure. Contract talks as a result have also stalled for several other reasons, one of those being the departure of CEO Ivan Gazidis, who made a breakthrough in the negotiations, before Raul Sanelli withdrew the agreed £250,000 per week offer on the table, as Ramsey looks set to end his 11-year spell at the Emirates. This mutually agreed exit could be of benefit to some of Arsenal's closest rivals, as Man United are desperate for attacking midfield talent. And who better than Aaron Ramsey? In just 655 Premier League minutes, he's already racked up 6 assists at the time of writing. And last year, where he was crowned Arsenal's Player of the Season, his combined XG and expected assist was around 0.6 per 90, more than a goal every other game. Despite his horrific injury record where he's missed over 30 games in the past 2 seasons, there's no doubt there'll be a ton of suitors come the summer. And if they build a system to exploit Ramsey's clear talent, it may end up looking like a bargain. 2. Arjen Robben. After signing a 1-year contract extension last season, Arjen Robben is now in his final term at the Allianz Arena, after a decade of service in Bavaria. The Dutchman has been an integral part of the Bayern Munich outfit since joining from Real Madrid in 2009. Collecting 7 Bundesliga titles and a Champions League winners' medal, Robben formed half of a formidable partnership with his opposing winger Ribery. But at 34 years old, Robben can't expect to spend much more time competing in Europe. However, his output is hugely impressive for an old-timer. In 7 league starts in the 18-19 campaign, Robben has already scored 3 times, contributing just under 2 key passes per 90. And in 4 Champions League games, he's scored twice and assisted 1. Not bad at all. Out of contract in the summer, Robben has an estimated value of €4.7 million, with rumours circulating that he could be making a return to PSV Eindhoven, where he spent a 2-year stint between 2002 and 2004, which would be a fitting end to his illustrious career. 1. David De Gea. The man who has been keeping the biggest club in the world afloat over the past few seasons has been reluctant to sign a new contract with the Red Devils. The Spanish number 1 almost joined Real Madrid in 2015, with United accepting a £29 million offer, only to see the deal collapse at the last minute. De Gea made the move to Manchester in 2011 from Atletico Madrid for £18.9 million, a British record for a goalkeeper at the time. And he's been worth every single penny. He's made over 300 appearances for the club, won the Player of the Year award an impressive 4 times, and been included in FIFA's Team of the Season. The 28-year-old kept a whopping 17 Premier League clean sheets in 17-18, claiming the Golden Glove prize ahead of Man City's Ederson and Chelsea's Courtois respectively. Man United will be desperate to keep him at the club, but as his contract expires in summer 2019 with the option for a further year, a CEIS valuation of €42.3 million may force United to finally cash in on the Spaniard. So that was another one of our fantastic, riveting 10s. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go check out all our other channels, including FDFC, and don't forget to like and subscribe.